Assalamu alaikum students. Today I am going to start your 7th class science lesson, that is food components. What do you mean by food components? The essential substances that are present in the food are called food components. What do you mean by essential components? Means carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals. These are called essential components or food components. What happens if we don't take, or what happens if the food don't contain these essential components? Means we will become sick. Our diet will not become a balanced diet. We know in our lower classes, that means in your 6th class, you have learned how to prepare different kinds of food like biryani, pulihora, chapati, dal, etc. Do you know about essential components of food? What are refuges or dietary food? And what are the sources of refuges? So in detail we will know about this in our lesson. Essential components of food. Food has many different components such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, as already I said. Each and every component has its own function in the growth, protection of a body. Water and fibers are also present in the components of food. Here you are given an activity to test whether the starch is present in your food or not. What do you mean by starch? This starch is present in carbohydrate. While you take food, food contains these nutrients like carbohydrates. Among that, these carbohydrates is made up of both sugars and starch. Now we are testing whether the starch is present in the food item or not. For this, we are having this activity. First we should do the activity, then we have to observe that activity, and then we can learn from this activity. Now we see. In this activity, first of all, you have to do as take a piece of potato, cheese and bread in 3 different petri dishes. Take iodine solution and a pipette. Place the iodine in the pipette. Now add few drops of iodine solution directly onto the pieces of potato, cheese and bread. Now we see what happens. Now our observation. On the first dish, one potato, iodine turns from red color to the blue-black color. And dish 2, that is cheese, iodine does not change its color. And dish 3, bread, iodine turns from red color to blue-black in color. Why it happens? Now we see. From this experiment, we learned that if starch is present, iodine solution turns into blue-black in color. If starch is absent, iodine solution stays in red or yellow in color. Now you have another activity, that is test for fats. Whether the food component fat is present in a particular food item or not. Now we see. To do this activity, first of all, what we have to do is take a small quantity of a food material like vegetable oil. Take a piece of paper also. Then drop a small amount of oil on the paper and rub it gently with the help of a earbud. Now your observation, what you have observed from that. Now we see. An oily patch is observed on the paper. This indicates the presence of fat in the tested food item. This type of stain is termed as translucent stain. From this experiment, what we have learned is if there is a permanent translucent stain on the paper, then the food consists of fats. If there is no stain on the stain dries off, then no fat is present in that particular food item. Like this, we have to test fats in the food materials. Okay, children, we will continue in the next session. Allah Hafiz. Alaikum students. I hope you all are good. Now we are going to test for starch. Test for starch in the given food material. For this we need iodine solution, which is an indicator for starch. Starch gives blue-black color in the presence of iodine solution. So now to do this experiment we need some food material. For that purpose we take some rice. Now we go to experiment. Take a sample of food item rice in the test tube and add a few drops of iodine solution to it. See, slowly the color changes into blue-black color. It indicates the presence of starch in our given food material rice. Now we are testing the same starch in potato. For that we need to take a slice of potato and now put iron solution on it. Just a drop we have taken here. Now slowly what is happening? You observe the color of potato changed into blue-black color. It indicates the presence of starch in potato. Now we are going to test for proteins in the given food material. To do this experiment, what are the things we need? Now we see. Food material, water, a test tube, 10% of sodium hydroxide solution and 2% of copper sulfate solution and a dropper. To do this experiment we are taking here food material as red gram flour. Take a little gram flour into the test tube. Add a little water to the flour and shake well. Now add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution to it. And add 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution to it. Now observe the color change. Now the color changed into violet or purple. See, nowly violet color is changing into nice purple color in the test tube. Now we are able to see purple color here. So this color change indicates that our red gram flour contains proteins. Now we are taking another food material, milk, to test for proteins. For that we need to add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution, add 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution to it, now slowly again we are observing color change. See what is the color now you are seeing? Light purple color. Now a purple color clearly we are seeing. This color change is indicating that the given food material milk also contains proteins. Now we are going to test for fats in the given food materials. For this purpose we need to take a paper and we have to take some food material, that is here we are taking ghee, and put a drop on the paper and rub like this. After some time, how the paper changed, you see, it changed into translucent. Now we are going to observe what is present on the back side of paper clearly. Now to test for fat, we are taking another food material, that is groundnut. Take like this and rub on the paper. Now after rubbing, what happened, you see, now again the paper turned into translucent, which indicates the presence of fats in it. Okay children, study well, grow well, be a good citizen, proud to be an Indian. Allah Hafiz.